Morning everyone, and welcome back to Family of Three. We're glad you can join us for another one of our videos as we take you about our life. Today we're going to be heading into the Auckland Central City. We're going to be going on a bit of a tour of one of Auckland's most iconic buildings, probably one of our oldest buildings too, the Auckland Civic Theatre. It's a behind the stage tour, so they sort of take you through the whole building, show you around, tell you about the history, all that sort of thing. But also, while we're in town, we're going to make the most of it. I grabbed some food in there. I believe Rebekah knows of something that's sort of quite popular at the moment, so we're going to be checking that out. And then we're also just going to be probably doing some things this afternoon once we finish the tour as well, just to round out the day. So yeah, join us as we head through our day and we'll show you what we get up to.
So we've just arrived in town and now we're going off to Potato Corner where they sell hot chips, and after that we're going to a civic tour.
So we originally came just here to get a bit of food at the Potato Corner, but we've ended up also getting some crispy Korean chicken, and Madison's also getting herself some churros. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of a feed before we head into the Civic tour. It does take about an hour and a half, I think it is, so yeah, a little bit in there, and it's sort of going to be probably over, sort of get on to lunchtime. So yeah, we'll have a feed beforehand and then catch up with you over at the Civic.
Okay, so we got the chips. We ended up with salt and vinegar and cheese for the flavourings. Jono and Madison are in the process of waiting for other food, so we'll see what they are, and then we'll all give it all a taste together.
I picked myself up some churros, which I do love churros.
Okay guys, what are you thinking of the food so far?
I like it.
What ones do you like the best?
I like my churros and salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, salt and vinegar, both chips are really strongly flavoured, which is quite nice. I think I do prefer the salt and vinegar. Quite vinegary, but yeah, still quite nice. So,
what about your chicken?
The chicken's good. Probably could have done with some sauce or something on there as well, or maybe just a different flavour, but yeah, still nice.
Yeah, I really like the salt and vinegar chips the best, I think, was my favourite. Yeah,
good little feed. There's lots to eat over there, so a good little place to come if you're in Queen Street just to grab a quick meal. But yeah, I think we'll finish these up, make our way into the Civic, and yeah, check out our tour. So we've arrived here in town. The Civic is actually on Queen Street, so it's right in the heart and right on our main street in the city centre. It's a really cool place to come to. We'll show you obviously inside once we get inside, but it's somewhere we've come to quite a lot. I think you've only come here once though, eh?
Yeah, I've come here for the Aladdin musical that they did a few years ago. And I really love theatre actually, and I do drama classes, and I'm also in my school's production.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to have a look all backstage, see how it all works and see all the different rooms. And so we've been to a few shows, Rebekah and I, some different ice skating ones and different, I think we might have seen like one of the musical ones here where they make all the different noises, like stomp or something like that as well. But yeah, lots over the years, so it'd be really interesting to have a good look around and find out the details behind how it all works. So once you get inside the foyer to start the tour, there's actually several things that you can look at around the area. You can look at old school photographs, there's different information on some of the features in the foyer as well, just right in before you get into the actual main building. But then they also give you a bit of a briefing and tell you what you're going to be getting up to. And unfortunately there's no videos allowed in the tour, so from this point on we're just going to be showing you some photos as we head on through. So once you make your way through the lobby and up the stairs, they do explain quite a bit of the heritage of the Civic. The Civic was opened in 1929 as originally a movie theatre where the so-called talkies were shown. Talkies being obviously movies without sound at the time. It also had the old film reels happening back then. So yeah, certainly not like the modern cinemas of today. And yeah, they really tried to create sort of a cinema that had a real atmosphere, like an outdoor atmosphere. And a lot of the stuff that's in there is purely for show. It doesn't really have any specific purpose, but it just looks fantastic. Even the names of the rooms, they give quite fantastic names in the different areas, purely to try and add this theatrical feel. The main cinema, as you can see here, is quite large. It wasn't originally this size. They did raise that whole arch in the middle there and basically added a lot more seating when it changed from a movie theatre to sort of the theatre. So yeah, it's really fascinating to work your way through, checking out all the details and the specifics and learning about all the different features as you go through.
So in this area is where the performers get to hang out and sort of rest and take a break until it's their turn. An interesting fact we did get told was that during performances that none of the performers is allowed to use lifts, just in case something dramatic happens, like a lift breaks down. So that was quite a unique little information that I didn't even think about before. Okay, so the next part in the tour, we headed down to the lower part of the stage in the seating area. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go on the stage this time because they were in the process of packing down from a show the night before. But it was pretty interesting to get to see the lighting rig down lower and how they pack everything down.
So once you finish down on the lower stage area, they do take you up into the balcony space. The balcony space isn't actually sold all that often, just because of the logistics of it. But yeah, it's all about being seen up in the space. So the view from the space isn't actually that good. But yeah, rich people could generally just go up there to be seen. And then after that, they take you also down below the stage. Below the stage is where you can see the elevators. You can see the stage from beneath and how they would cut sort of trapdoors into it, and all the sort of workings from beneath the stage area. So the final part backstage that they sort of show you as well is a hidden trapdoor that goes underneath the Civic. There's actually a stream that runs underneath the building, and this is used to sort of pump out water if they need to, but also access the various things under there as well. And then yeah, after that you head on to this room, which is the garden room. This is my favourite room just because of the detail, the feel of it, sort of the way it's laid out. It's sort of a hidden away sort of gem. So yeah, and then after that we finally make our way back up into the lobby where we started, and this is sort of the area where the tour ends. So yeah, there's a lot we didn't show you or explain in the photos, but yeah, there's heaps going on the tour.
Okay, so we just finished up at the Civic tour. It was amazing. I learned so many different things that I had no idea about.
Yeah, I think the favourite part of my whole tour was the actual lower room. I knew it was there because I'd heard things about it in the past, but yeah, I'd never been in there. And in fact,
yeah, that was the tea room.
Tea room, yeah, but there was so many parts of the building that we'd never been to that were just really amazing. I think also out the back, the lower area and the stage area and how they can adapt that all, that was quite amazing to see as well, because it's obviously things you never get to see when you're just normally visiting for shows.
Yes, exactly. And all the little hidden secrets we got to find out, like they even told us about how one show with Mary Poppins went through the roof, so that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think as well they did tell us that the town hall does tours. I think we're going to be trying to do that probably in the coming months, but also like they said about the Auckland Museum and the art gallery, so we might even look into them as well, because it's really worth it. I'd say if you are coming to town or if you've ever been to the Civic, definitely worth checking it out.
Yeah, so I think the tickets roughly, once you add on all the extra ticket prices, is about $50 per person to go on the Civic tour, so not too badly priced.
Yeah, and it is a small group. I think there was, what, 12 people?
Yeah,
plus,
something like that.
Like the 3 hosts that were taking you around, so nice and intimate, like small, easy, yeah, really worth it. So we're finished in town now. It's been a great little time getting food and going on the tour, but we've got a few quotes that I've got to do for work, so we're going to make our way off and do them now, and then we'll catch up with you after that and show you what we're up to this afternoon.
So right now we're outside one of Daddy's quotes. He's inside a retirement home doing a quote for a shower seat, and once he's done with that we're going to be heading to Sylvia Park. But we've had lots of fun at the Civic tour. It was so great learning about all the history, and it was just a great experience, especially as I love theatre, as I've said. But yeah, doing my school musical is lots of fun. We're doing The Lion King and I'm an ensemble singer who's a hyena. My favourite song is doing Be Prepared, as I just love doing the acting and dance along to it. But yeah, now I think we're going to be heading to Sylvia Park.
Okay, so we've arrived at Sylvia Park now. We're just going to have a little look around and maybe look at a few winter items to get for this winter.
Yeah, there's a good mall. Sylvia Park generally is one of our biggest ones, I think, here in Auckland, and probably one of our best. So yeah, we'll head on and yeah, I think a few clothes is the main thing we're here to probably have a look at today.
So at Zara, I'm just getting this vest. It's a bit like the pink vest that I'm wearing right now, but I really like it, and Daddy actually chose it for me. So we've just finished up at Sylvia Park and we had a great time. I know I sure did, and I had a good find at Zara. But I hope you enjoyed seeing what the Civic was like through those photos that we were able to share with you. And we're now heading home to have maybe a restful evening and maybe watch a movie. Yeah, I hope you can please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!